Able, beautiful people of the Most High. I wanted to come and just remind you that God wants to use what you already have. So in Exodus chapter 4, this is when Moses has already been given God like all these excuses why he shouldn't be the one to go and free the children of Israel. So in Exodus chapter 4, verse 2, God asked Moses, "What's in your hand?" And Moses replied, "It's a shepherd's staff." So God tells him, throw it down, it turns into a snake. This staff is the same staff that God used to part the Red Sea, to when the children of Israel was complaining about not having water. This was the same staff that God told Moses to hit the rock and water came gushing out. This was the same staff that God told Moses to keep raised up in the air when Joshua was fighting the Amalekites so that they could have the victory. God is not worried about what you don't have. God is not worried about your shortcomings. God is not worried about your excuses. God wants to use what you already have. He is going to use the very thing that you already have in your hand. He's going to provide what you don't have. He's already laid those things out. Excuse me. He's already laid those things out. He's already placed the right people in your pathway that's going to bless you and help you with the things that you don't have. That's not what God is concerned about. God wants to see if you are willing to use the very thing that you have in your hand, whether it is something little or something big. Something that you feel is pointless, God is like, I can use that. All he needs is a willing yes from you. So stop giving God all these excuses of what you don't have, where you're lacking. You serve a God that the whole world is in his hands. There is nothing that you do not have that he cannot provide for you. So stop making excuses of what you don't have and start telling God, God, I don't have much, but what I do have in my hands, you can use it. God just wants a yes from you. Remember who you are, remember whose you are, and remember that God can use whatever you have in your hand, but you have to be willing to say, God, this is all I have, and I'm willing to give you a full yes. I love you. Remember who you are and whose you are. That's your Minute with Ty.